Ladies and gentlemen, high elves, dark elves, I have to come clean. I've been hiding something for so long because once I realized the boo-boo I made, it was a crippling boo-boo that has embarrassed me for all of history. And you know what? I'm deciding to come clean. Come out into the open and tell you about the biggest mistake I've made in Raid Shadow Legends. Please do as I say. Don't do as I do in this scenario. But you know what you should do? Use my link down below. If you're a new player, I'll be able to get you to gold right after you complete that tutorial. And at level 40, I'll be able to get you a deacon. Ooh, you're not gonna find that in any other promo code out there, baby. We got a lot to talk about here, my friend. Let me give some context to our conversation here today, folks. The context is when I first started playing Raid hardcore last year, you know, I kind of just went in cold turkey, I felt like I was a Magikarp out of water. Magikarp. Actually wasn't all that bad of an impression right there. I was a fish out of water and just kind of going through the motions, trying to figure things out manually and just kind of going through growing pains, understanding, you know, failing and then learning from the failures. And well, there's been one massive failure, one big oversight that I didn't fully understand because other games aren't really like this game. I mean, and that's saying a lot of good stuff there. There are so many champions that are like, you know, in the various shipments, for example, various champions tied to all these different forms of content. You know, you got the Doom Tower champions, you got the faction wars, you got this and this and that. And there's a very important champion that I've been ignoring, and I want to make sure you guys see it. If you're especially a new player, please, please, please do not ignore these missions down here. I ignored these missions for probably, I'd say, the first half of my time playing Raid Shadow Legends hardcore here, and especially the Arbiter missions. Once I caught on to the fact that I was neglecting this, it's kind of a lot of time you got to try to catch up on. And at the end of the journey, well, I'm almost there, so I'm making this video. You get a banger champion, Arbiter. I'm going to show you her rankings in case you're not familiar with her. And she is my #1 annoyance when inside of Arena. Anytime I'm fighting an Arena team, only thing I look for, I don't really care about many other things. I'll beat pretty much anything out there. I'm looking for, do they have an Arbiter? If they do, I know it's gonna be a little complicated. Otherwise, pretty much full auto for everything else I do inside of Arena. Arbiter is my #1 threat in anything. Arena, Tag Team Arena, the live arena as well. I'd say probably the core staple of the Arena experience. Well, the thing is, it's not just opening shards, and it's not really just a skip around the park. It takes time to go through all these missions, especially earlier ones. So I don't know if I can go to the earlier parts. There are so many missions that are kind of in a way time gated. And what I mean by that is you can't do them. For example, I mean, I guess you could if you want to spend some gems. You have to wait for the certain potions to open up here, right? And as you can see, I actually spent some of the gems because I'm trying to make up on lost time. That's why I have 2 of these keeps opened up. So sometimes it'll say, oh, make sure you farm, make sure you farm, what is it, like 5 of the superior potions, or maybe farm, 10 of the greater void potions, but they only open certain days of the week, right? And yeah, if you kind of mess up on the dates, then that kind of puts you back like a whole week or even more than that. And it happens multiple times. There are a lot of the missions for Arbiter that require you to keep visiting these keeps that are locked behind certain days of the week. Also, the other thing that kind of drives me, crazy and also put me behind, there are things that I've already technically done that doesn't count towards the progress. Like, for example, I've already cleared, what is this, the Spirit Keep 10 times. Already done that, no problem. But the problem is, it hasn't counted the progress. I have to unlock it and then find it. Or same thing here. I've already cleared stage 14 or higher of the Arcane Keep 10 times in auto. So basically, I have to kind of do again what I've already done. And see, again, I have to wait for the Magic Keep to open. So that, again, I either have to waste the gems or I got to basically put myself behind a whole week to get around to it. So this is kind of the problems that I'm running into. I wasted a lot of time not understanding the importance of the missions and going through them because, again, I didn't have any appreciation for who the hell Arbiter was until, of course, I became more of a veteran player experienced in this game. So that's why I want to make sure you guys don't make the same mistakes as myself, because if you don't know what Arbiter is, well, it's a great legendary champion that basically everyone can get for free. A 4.5-star overall champion, pretty great in all the different forms of content. Amazing inside of Arena, has one of the best speed ores that you can get in the game. 30% speed is fantastic. Generally, she's so good. I usually see her get banned immediately inside of live Arena. I know I usually ban her right away to get rid of all of her amazing speed boost because she's got so much turn meter on her abilities. I mean, just look at this with me. Mentor of Heroes, 50% increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns, then fills the turn of all allies by 30%. Also great support stuff. Heals all allies by 25% of their max HP if they have less than 50% HP. Furthermore, she's got a revive. Revives all dead allies at 30% HP. Then fills the turn meters of all allies by 20%. Grants an extra turn to the champion if an ally was successfully revived. Then you have more great stuff. You have yourselves here decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. So it's basically sort of a mini buff, this spell. And the basic ability has a little bit of a weakie, but it's that turn meter that's fantastic, as well as the revives, the healing that she's got. And yeah, this is kind of a staple. If you want to progress hard inside of Raid, you need to get on top of this. So if I was going to start a new account, which I've been considering, just got to check out my time constraints for the next foreseeable future here, I would make sure the Arbiter mission is like one of your top priorities because it's stuff you got to do in the game, but just make sure you keep checking at it because you might accidentally get out of order and then you're like, I've already done this, but it's not counting to progress and it's setting you behind. The number one thing, making sure you just stay on top of when the potion, when the stage is open for the dungeon keeps, as we talked about for the potion keeps, get in there, just make sure you do it or else you're going to set yourselves behind on gems and or time. And furthermore, you want to get through the Arbiter missions because, well, you got some other banger champions for Romantu, for example. And also this guy right here, Marius. Oh my gosh, this guy hits like a freaking truck. Here, let's go show you those real quick and why you don't want to neglect these. Let's go. We don't need logic right now. So let's pull up Marius so you can check that guy out real quick. Marius the Gallant, 5-star champion. Yeah, this is amazing stuff that you're missing out on. If you're like me and you're just like ignoring your missions, because again, the Hero Collector games that I've played before, they don't have stuff like this. And I'm so happy that Raid does have something like this that kind of incentivizes you to play the game. And there's all these like side quests that get you amazing champions. But again, I can't get there until I get the Arbiter done. And then I can't get there until Ramantu's done. Let's go pull up Ramantu real quick. Let's see, Ramantu, let's go pull him up. Show you what we got here. Okay, Ramantu, Drake's Blood, 4.5. I mean, we have a 4.5, a 4.5, and a 5-star champion, completely free. You just got to play the game normally, but make sure you're kind of playing it into order that the mission's guiding you. And again, man, do as I say, not as I do with this. And also there's great rewards too. You get the gems, you get some, you know, a lot of great rewards with this too. Not even just the champions. I mean, getting tons of gems, getting sacred shards, the legendary books, freaking amazing champions. Oh, I kick myself now. But you know, it's the things like this that make me appreciate this game. And also, if I would start this game over again, there's so much more I would do. I feel like I'm going to be such a better Raid player when starting up a new account. And more importantly, I'm sure there are people like me who just, and that was my goal with this new channel that we were doing for Raid Shadow Legends. I didn't want to just go do a bunch of research. I kind of want to just go through the pains of someone maybe that doesn't go on YouTube, the Reddits, and just kind of try to experience the game and just figure out, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. And then that way I can tell other people how to play the game. So I came into this game semi-clueless, but man, as a player that's very hardcore, it's like, oh, why did I delay this so much? But the good news is we're almost to Arbiter. But then the next journey begins, and I don't even want to think about how much stuff I've done that could have made progress towards all these things. So this is a marathon, my friends. Not a sprint, but I'm kind of sprinting right now to get my Arbiter. So there you go, people. Hopefully we'll have her unlocked very shortly here. Again, the potion keeps are the only thing kind of holding me back, slowing me down a little bit. But man, when I get her, let me tell you, you're going to see it, my friends. And I want you guys to see this one more time. Use that link down below if you're a new player and take care of the tips that I told you here today. And I'll be able to get you to Gore straight from the very get-go when you're beginning the game. And of course, Deacon. Woo! At level 40, baby. Oh, what a great champion. Sort of like a mini Arbiter, too. Anyway, lots of turn meter pushes that he's throwing out there. But anyways, my friends, stay strong, be wise, and sometimes you want to be like me, but don't be like me. All right, folks? Like, comment down below, subscribe. It's great to be in the Empire today.